right. Welcome. We are live today. And whoa, whoa. Is that a what jersey are you wearing today?
Hello. Yeah. Come on,
Mixing things
Chelsea.
mixing things up a little bit?
Yeah.
What do you want
I
it to
want
be
Chelsea to
interesting?
score. I want Chelsea to score first. Come on. Yeah.
Uh, that's
I,
not
I want
happening.
beautiful football. I want nice football, not tactical waiting because I can go back and boring stuff.
I don't think you're gonna get that, to be honest today.
Yeah.
I
Me
think you're gonna
neither.
get
But
I think you're gonna get a Benzema goal early in the first 20 minutes.
yeah, it can be another 2-3.
I think
But
so. I think Chelsea's just about done right here for the season. They the only thing I will say is they rested some players, so maybe it'll be a game, but I just don't think they're good enough. Nobody's, who's going to score, who's going to slow down Real Madrid. So
it's football. You never know. Uh, that's what I was thinking recently. There are few cases when there is some interim manager put in the middle of the season that wins the Champions League. That was the case with Chelsea. And
well,
the Italian, what was his name?
Di Matteo.
Di
But
Mattia.
the problem is with Chelsea, they're on their sixth manager of the season. So, interim, Tuchel, interim, Potter, Lampard. It's just.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't appoint Luis Enrique right now. So
I think
we
if
can get some
there's.
insight of the team and
Yeah, look, I mean, if they're swim, because look, Tottenham's looking for a manager. Other teams are going to be looking for managers.
yeah, that's what I
Uh,
read today. I think that he was now going to negotiate with Tottenham and see there what they are offering. Luis
yeah, look, I
Enrique.
mean, if I was the manager right now, I don't know where I would go. I don't know if I would go to. Tottenham's got the brand new stadium and the thing, but they're constantly bottling stuff. I think Chelsea, that guy's going to spend money. They have talent. So if I had my pick, I'd probably pick Chelsea over Tottenham right now. But it's.
You don't know what he's everyone's driven because Tottenham is they both are different challenges. Tottenham they don't have a trophy, and Chelsea they don't have a team. They don't have a starting 11. They don't have a I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would think, Chelsea, I think we, spoke about it a little bit before, but, if Chelsea was smart, maybe they just, I know they'll just spend, but, at some point they can't, Lukaku's on loan. Maybe he comes back and maybe he makes, maybe he scores some goals as a 9. Maybe they bring in a 9. They don't need a lot of players. They actually have to sell some players here because they have too many players in the squad. But,
Yeah.
they have some talent. But I think Tottenham, I think is could be in trouble because Harry Kane's going to leave. If not
Is
this
he?
year, next year, and if he doesn't, to be honest, he has no ambition. Um, so they'll have some money to spend. Um, but they won't have Harry Kane, so that's a big. I think that's a big. Maybe Harry Kane goes to Chelsea. Maybe Todd Bowley says we'll buy him.
I
So
don't think he will stay in London.
yeah, I have a feeling he goes to Manchester or Newcastle, but Newcastle can
Yeah,
afford him.
Newcastle is a nice destination.
Yeah, Newcastle, Manchester United, Manchester City.
With all the history with Carrick and Berbatov and this and that,
Could
because
be.
he's a fan of Tottenham. He grew
Yeah,
up. But
Yeah, it's interesting. I just in regards to today, I don't see it. I don't know. Look, it could be 1-1. It could be I mean, I think there's a better chance Real Madrid wins the game than it is anything else. But it could be 1-1. Real Madrid just needs to manage the game. If they score a goal at any point, the game's over. Chelsea's not scoring 3 goals, so if they score early, I think and they have to go for it. Chelsea has to go for it. They're just going to get opened up. It's the same thing, tomorrow with Bayern Munich. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, but Bayern Munich has to kind of go for it with City, and that's that. We all know how that's going to end. City,
but
City.
but Bayern can Bayern remember what happened last year to City. So
Yeah,
they know
no,
they're
look,
capable. They know they're
yeah,
capable.
they definitely can. I just, I the position I would never want to be in is playing a team like Manchester City, having to go, having to be open and go at them, because they're gonna, you know if Bayern scores 3, City could score 15. City could score. City could score. The problem is, even if Bayern scores 3 in that game tomorrow, like, I mean, you see City scoring. So I mean, Bayern probably, to send it to extra time, I would say it would probably have to be like 5-2. I just don't know how that's gonna work, but
We'll see.
I'm not. That's for tomorrow. The second game the other game today, I think, is very, very interesting. Napoli and AC Milan. Um,
That's the
Osimhen's
game for today, I think.
Yeah, Osimhen's back, but they're missing Kim and Guisa, so you know what's gonna happen. The defense is tough. The game's in Naples. The defense is, it's tough to miss those players, but like, they need goals. If they don't score, they're not going to win. They're not going to go through, obviously. But listen, you can't give up any goals. If you give up a goal here, you got to score 2, just sent to extra time. So I don't know if they want Osimhen playing extra minutes here, just coming back from injury. I'm not. I think. What do you think about that game?
I'm looking. I have. I already. I'm looking now at the odds. Uh, Over 3.5 goals. I think it's gonna be unlike the first one.
3-1, maybe 3-2.
2-2. I have no clue. 3-1, 2-2. That's it.
Who do
Something
you
like
think
that.
goes through?
4-0.
Who do you think goes through between those two?
Well, I am slightly thinking more in Napoli's favor.
I think Napoli as well. I think Osimhen is gonna find the net here. I'll be, you know, once again, Inter AC Milan semifinal would be amazing.
Yeah.
In the San Siro, the 2 legs, but Napoli. I think Napoli's the only team on that side of the bracket that would have a chance to win a final. I
Yeah,
know.
and Inter have some hmm, old bad memories with Milan in a semi-final, and they and that's the funny thing. They were eliminated on away goals, and they played both games at San Siro.
Yeah, that's
Like 17,
that's
18 years ago. I don't
yeah,
remember.
that's interesting. Imagine being eliminated on away goals in your home stadium.
Yeah, for a place
Would-
in the final. Imagine.
yeah, yep.
You must have watched the game. Do you remember when they threw all the fire when they stopped the game for like 15, 20 minutes?
What year is that? 03 or 05?
Well,
Is it when Milan lost to Liverpool in the final when they're at 3-0, or is it 03? It wasn't 07 because 07 Manchester United lost to AC Milan in the second leg in the semis because they won 3-2. Rooney scored late, but then they were so banged up they just ran out of gas. I think it was 05. It was one of
Probably
those years.
of 05, because I
Yeah,
remember Materazzi and Rui Costa picture of them just
yeah. Watching,
and all
one of the
that.
most amazing photos you'll ever see from a
Yeah.
match. Yeah, it would be interesting, but once again, I just think Napoli is the only team left on that side that could cause any team, that go Manchester City or Real Madrid any kind of issue in the final. I don't know
Yeah,
that they will.
they play the most exciting football in Italy. Inter
Yes.
Inter struggling, but
Yeah, that's
yeah,
I look if they're healthy and everyone's playing in a final, which now I mean, Osimhen should be healthy by then. I mean, the final's not for a month and a half, and the guys that are Anguissa and Kim are suspended today, so they're not going to be suspended for a final unless they get a red card. So they should be back at full strength. Bill, do you like Real Madrid and Napoli today? I do, Bill. I love Napoli. I think Osimhen scores. I think Benzema scores. Um, the only thing about the Madrid game is we're just talking about a little bit. Like it could be 1-1. I just I think there's a better chance Madrid wins than any other outcome, but you know especially if they score first. If they score first, I think it's over. But I could see a 1-1. I mean, they could manage the game. Chelsea has to attack, but they have to do it in a way that I first half over might be interesting here because over half a goal. Because they're down, I think, and they got a couple players suspended. Bill, they might be. And the other thing is too, if they even if they win the game today 2-1, they could go out on penalties or in extra time. So Milan would have the advantage. Bill, I don't know what their odds are. Because I'm on my phone, I can't look at my computer here. I don't know what the odds are. I know it's pretty close. I think they're maybe plus 120 maybe to advance. That might be better. It might offer you better
advance.
value than the win. But the only thing is, Napoli, once again, Napoli could win the day or win the game and still not advance. So you will have won your bet there. And if Napoli
Napoli,
doesn't win, they're not advancing anyway. So
Napoli are minus 125 to win the game,
what
not
are
to
they to
advance.
what are they to advance?
Just a second.
All odds from Sportingpedia, by the way. Make sure you check out the site, sportingpedia.com. Some good articles up there this week.
Incoming. 2.10 plus 110 Napoli to advance.
But yeah, he's got plus 120. Osimhen, this bill. Look, if Napoli, the problem with the reason Napoli didn't score last week is because Osimhen didn't play. If I think these are all interconnected. If Napoli wins the game, Osimhen's going to score. If Osimhen scores, Napoli wins, and they probably advance. Maybe Osimhen to score multiple goals. See what that price is, because I know he's plus money to score here. Maybe jump on him. If to score two or more goals might be interesting. I think there's some value there. If he scores, they're gonna win the game. I think. I'm not high on AC Milan right now. I just think last week was a little bit of a, it was a weird game. Just first of all, Osimhen didn't play, and second of all, they had the end of this, the end of the game. But Napoli's at home here. I just don't see. I think Napoli wins today. The other game today, the other Champions League game, Real Madrid is clearly the better team. I think the other day could have been 3 or 4. They're clearly the better team, but it's in London. They're going to be fired up. All the people will be there. Chelsea to me, let me make an example here. No problem, Bill. Chelsea, I don't, they're not that good. I mean, is Chelsea better than Benfica right now, or is better than, I don't even know, Liverpool? Like, I wouldn't trust anybody in this. I really, there's, these elite teams. I just don't know if I trust Chelsea enough. To be honest, I probably wouldn't bet it. I have more confidence in the Napoli game and the Napoli getting a win, Osimhen scoring. I think Benzema scores, but Vinny could score. I think Real Madrid wins, but once again, it could be 1-1. Maybe draw, no bet. Foxy's team cost me on Saturday. Yeah, they stink. What else can you say? They're terrible. I loved. It's interesting, Bill. I had Villa. I had West Wolverhampton. I had Crystal Palace, and I had Everton. I thought Everton was going to win. They were terrible, but I had Palace. This Palace team, when you're looking, watching this weekend, Palace is going to be close to plus money. Palace is a different team now.
Everton is going down.
Yeah, I think they could. I still. I think Leicester goes. I think Southampton goes. I think the 4 teams that are the three of the 4 teams are going to be the 3 teams that go down are going to be from these 4: Everton, Nottingham Forest, Leicester, Southampton. Yeah, Bill. That game, that Everton game. We gave them out on ESPN as well. They're at home. That's against Fulham, no striker. That's when they lost that game. That's when I started to think, what? I don't think they're going to be. I think they could go down. They might not be good enough. Bill never bet Newcastle away at Villa Park. Always struggled. Said we would lose one of the 3 away games. Yeah. Look. I'm torn this weekend. To be honest, even though Foxy's people on Twitter constantly going against us, I'm almost rooting for Newcastle this weekend to just get rid of Tottenham for good. I still think it's gonna be, Newcastle and Manchester United 3-4. City 1, Arsenal 2, and then 3-4 doesn't really matter, to be honest. Hopefully Manchester United finishes 3rd, but it is what it is. Yeah, Leeds stinks. They're in trouble. They could be. I think they're they could be okay though. I just kind of hope Newcastle maybe just gets a draw would be all right. I think for Newcastle, but yeah, that's not the actual odds, Foxy. It's not the odds. So they are plus money to stay.
And I just read that the Qatari were pretty confident that their offer is gonna be accepted.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's negotiations here in public. The Glazers want to. This is the only time. This is the only time they're gonna sell, right? Like you only sell one time,
Yeah,
so they're
they want
trying
to
to get
take
every
penny, every cent out of.
single penny. They want £1 billion for every one of the 6 siblings. So it is what it is. The Qatar's gonna pay it. And if they say maybe we'll go this way, they say all right, we'll add 500 million to it. But it's going to be interesting, these games, because you got the FA Cup semifinals as well. So Manchester United's not playing, Brighton's not playing, Manchester City's not playing. So Arsenal gets a chance to kind of get off the schneid here. Arsenal on Friday is probably against Southampton. The first half line there, first half over 1.5 goals, I think is a lock. They score all those early goals. This time maybe they'll score 7 in the first half, so they don't collapse. Thursday, it's crazy stuff. Manchester City's still 4 points behind, and they're minus 200 to win the Premier League. That's a crazy stuff.
Yeah, because they're more experienced and they won 4 out of the last 5. So. And
yes,
Arsenal, when was the last time they won the title?
2004. And they bang on about it every time you ask them. The greatest
Premier team into the new Liverpool.
The greatest Premier team of all time, except for they drew 12 times.
The Invincibles, yeah.
The Invincibles that lost all those extra games outside of the thing. It's like the most phony record of all time. They did win the title, but look, man. We're the best. No. Come on, man. Manchester City. Once again, they're cheating like crazy. But the Manchester City team, the Liverpool team, the two teams that went 98, 97 points. I mean, you could just go on and on about the teams that are better than that Arsenal team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got some interesting games today.
But Arsenal still plays the most exciting football. The others for me are boring.
New week, same issues. VAR, clear. I don't remember any clear penalty for Forest. Trent handball. The elbow. Look, they don't call. Liverpool doesn't get any calls against them. They want him inside of Europe. I'm going Vinny Jr. to score. He seems to do okay. Yeah, Bill, I think that's a pretty good bet. If Real Madrid wins, Vinicius will score probably, and Kareem Ballon d'Or will score there.
Do you think he has a chance for another Ballon d'Or? If Real win the Champions League and he keeps scoring the same amount of goals, or it is Messi's only?
See, I mean, I don't. Foxy, nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. The referees do though. He whines too much. Why? Because I just don't get it, because he won the World Cup. Like, I get it, in that way, but that was last year. And I just think there's people that had, I don't know. They're gonna give it to him because it's ridiculous. I mean, he won the Ballon, But no, I think Benzema could. I mean, if he keeps scoring goals, the only problem is, he's only get, if they win the Copa del Rey and the Champions League, if he would have stayed healthy and played on that, and he would have played in the World Cup and they would have won, I think he wins it. It's a lock. But I don't know. I think they kind of weight this thing too much. I mean, if Manchester City wins the treble, there's no other person it has to be Haaland that wins it. It has to be. He's gonna have 60 goals.
We have to see the finals, because it can be De Bruyne.
Yeah. I think if Manchester City wins the Champions League and Haaland ends the year with 60 goals, and they win the Premier League and they win the FA Cup, you have to, if Haaland doesn't win it, it'll be a scandal. Haaland and De Bruyne should be in the top 3.
Not the first one. Not the first one, definitely.
Yeah, when they did the revote the one time when Ribery won it, and then
It's a
they
joke.
made it.
It's a joke. They didn't give it to Lewandowski.
They didn't give it to Iniesta in 2010.
It,
Well,
it,
that's the other
I
thing.
think it
They
was for
won the World Cup in
Snyder.
2010,
It
and they
was
gave
for
it to
Snyder
Messi.
in 2010, not for Iniesta though.
What's that?
I think it must have. It should have been given to Wesley Snyder in
Wesley Sneijder,
2010.
yeah,
Yeah.
2012. Sorry, 2012 when
Yeah.
they won the Euros the second time, and they and in a game they absolutely
Uh,
annihilated Italy.
they turned it all into. It was all politics, but they turned it into whole another level
Yeah,
between
that's right.
Messi when it was between Messi and Ronaldo all the time. The
Yeah,
politics.
yeah, yeah. It should just be the best. I don't know. It is. It's all political. It's all it's all nonsense. It's a it's a fashion show. It's a popularity contest. It doesn't have to do with that stuff.
Mhm.
So, did you watch any of just quickly on the NBA? Kings up 2-0. Celtics could go. Sixers up 2-0. Didn't look great.
Lakers. I watched the Lakers. Yeah, I watched Philly with Philly. Who do you play with? Come on,
Uh, the
Brooklyn. No.
Brooklyn, yeah. I never the series to
Yeah.
me the series never really starts. Somebody's got to win a game on the road. So it's when you win two games in Sacramento or you win two games in Philly. Yeah, look, that's what you're supposed to do as a higher seed. Now, you know, if if Philly goes to Brooklyn and wins game 3, now the series is over. If Sacramento goes to San Francisco and wins game 3, now the Warriors are probably done. But if the Warriors win the next 2 or the Nets win the next 2, now you got a series.
What you gonna say about the super team? The new super team,
Which one's that?
the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah, Foxy. Real Madrid cooked Laporta yesterday.
Oh
That's over
yeah,
for him
there's some war going now.
yeah. Now they're going. They're talking about him and Franco 100 years ago. I like the Hawks to keep it closer tonight, and I like the Clippers plus the points. I think so. The Clippers, the Suns are in a little trouble. I think but the Clippers are good. I mean, I I I think the Suns win tonight. It might be close, Bill. But I don't think Phoenix loses both at home.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's Phoenix tonight.
yeah. The Hawks. I don't know.
Nah.
What's that? The Celtics, right? Damn, a lot of injuries here, so it's going to be interesting. But all right,
And
any final thoughts here before we go get ready to watch these games?
no, not.
Holla, Madrid.
Yeah.
You got the Madrid jacket on and the Chelsea uni on. All right. All right. So we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and let's get some of this. Let's go watch some of these games here.
Yeah. Enjoy.